Alright guys, good morning and welcome to a new day tutorial. Today we'll be looking at simple but unique birthday design. So follow me to CorelDRAW. Let's kickstart. Now, how long your CorelDRAW takes to boot depends on the speed of your computer and depending on the version of CorelDRAW you're installing on your computer. So let's get to a new document. Let's select this new document, and here we want to title it birthday. Want to title it birthday tutorial. All right, custom here page size, we are going to use custom 8 inches by 8 inches. So I'm using inches for measurement, and I'm using the 300 dpi resolution, and I click OK here. So it will take us to our workspace. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the tool box or the toolbar, pick my rectangle tool and draw, knowing too well that I used 8.8 by 8 for my workspace. So I will just come in here, type 8, come in here, get 8 and press enter, and I will now press letter P to centralize it to the workspace. Now if you zoom close by, you see this outline here. I want to remove it, so I will right click. There are two ways I can do that. One, when I click on the shape, I'll come here and click on none. You will see that it will remove it. Or I can come here and right click on this, it will still remove it. Or better still, I can still come down here and right click on it. It's all the same depending on which one is most preferred for you. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I want to import all the images I want to use for this design. You know the location you have your design, your images you want to use. So please, let's go together. There are two ways I can do that. I can click here, or I can use Ctrl+I. It's the same thing. Either you click here, where you hover around it, you see import in bracket Ctrl+I. So I can click there, or I can use Ctrl+I, and it will still do the same thing. Now it's going to pop up a window. Sometimes it might pop the last window that you imported picture from, or it might take you to a default, which is documents. So at this point in time, where I have my pictures is on desktop. So I'll click on desktop. I'll click on this folder, birthday. Now this is what we want to design. So I'm going to pick this, pick this, pick this, pick this, and pick this. Now how do I pick it? When I click on the first one, I press down Control button. I click on the second one. While still pressing down the Control button, I click on the remaining ones and I click import. So I'll leave them here. I'll leave them here. So I'll drop them. You click and drag them down here. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to work on the background. So the first thing I'm going to do is to take this. I want to rotate it. So it's either I'll click here and use here to rotate, or better still, I'll just come here and put here 90 degrees and click enter. It will turn it around for me. So I will now take it down here and expand it. So what I want to do is I want to take it inside this frame. So I will right click on it and I will see power clip here. So when you right click, you see power clip. You click on it and this little arrow will show. So you take it to where you want it to be, the shape. You click on that shape, it takes it to that shape. So there are two ways. You can double click on this to edit it, or you right When once you click on this shape, being there is now something power clipped inside, you see this option that is for version 2021, CorelDRAW 2021. So but if you are not using CorelDRAW 2021, you can just right click on it, and under your options you see something like edit power clip. So when you click on it, it takes you to the background. So now I want to keep it how I want it, and want to play around it. So what I want to do is I want to blur it. I will come to effects. Now if you are not using CorelDRAW 2021, it might be different a bit, but whatsoever it is, find blur and you see Gaussian blur, click on it. So how you want it determines, so you keep playing around it. Okay, let's leave it here first and see what it will give to us. So after that, you click on finish and you see how the background would look like. So for now, let's see what we can do. So another thing is, I'm going to bring this image, one of this. I'm not going to use these two, I'm going to use one of it. So what I will do is I will drag it to where I want it to be. I will expand it how I want it to look like, and next thing I will do is I want to crop it out because I want to use only this side, leaving this side. So I'll come here on shape tool, or you press on your keyboard F10. When you click on it, it will allow you to reshape it the way you want it. So I'll just shape out the other side I don't need, and I'm okay with that. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, if you see, there's some thing to show you that something is there. So I want to fade out all these edges. So let me still expand it a bit. So I want to fade out all these edges. So what I will do is, first, being I have cropped it out, I have shaped other parts, I will go to bitmap, click on convert to bitmap. Always make sure it is RGB and you click on OK. So I will now come to transparency tool, click it. I will click and drag here to fade this in. I will also click here and drag to fade this in. Okay, sorry. When you click and drag to fade in the first part, sorry, okay, all right, I'm okay with that. So I will go to bitmap and okay it. Still do the same thing this way. Go to bitmap and convert it to bitmap and okay it. So now I will come to still under this transparency tool, I'll come here and let's try screen. No, let's try overlay. Okay, this is better, overlay is better. So what I will do is I will duplicate this. Now there are ways to do that. All right, let's do it together. I'll come here, click it and drag it over this side. Now watch, it does not give you a certain shape, but once you press down Control button, it gives you a static shape. That is to say, the same size as the original. So before you leave your mouse, you right click while still clicking the left hand side, you right click, it will duplicate. Better still, let's try another option. You can copy this and paste it again, and at this point in time you come here to horizontal mirror, you click on it, it will mirror it. So you click on this background here, space here, you press down shift button and click here and press right, it will take you to the right hand side. Now this is still up here, I want to send them to the back, I want to power clip them. So what I will do is I will highlight the two of them, I'll right click and power clip inside here. So if you see now, you can't click on it again. So now I'm okay with that. So what next I will do is I'll bring in this image. I want to increase it a bit. Now you see that it's slanty, but want to make it look straight. So what I will do is I will click here again. I will use this to move it a bit. So all right, this looks a bit straight, so let's move it a bit. All right, okay, so I'll still want to expand it a bit. So at this point, what I want to do is I want to fade out this side of it. So I will come to transparency tool, click here and drag to fade it in. So anyhow you want it to look like, you just keep working on it, reducing it a bit. All right, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So I'll send it to the back. I'll send it to, I'll send it to this background. So I will right click on it and power clip, and I will go inside the power clip. Remember, I showed you how to, so you keep it how you want it to be. All right, I'll take it a bit this way. All right, let me still blend it a bit. Let me take this up a bit. All right, I'm okay there. So I also want to bring this in, so I will take it to where I want it to be, expand it. So I want it to be here. So I will come to transparency tool, come to normal, and let's check overlay. Okay, all right, I think this is nice. So we are okay with that. We are okay with that. So I will also power clip this to this, and I will come inside the power clip. So I'll click on this image. I want to, if you see it hovers on top of this. So I want to send it to the back of this one. What I will do is I'll just keep pressing Control page down so that it can go to the back of this now. So, and I also want to fade it a bit here. So I will come here and still fade it a bit. All right, so I'm okay with that. So this is what we've got so far. Okay, it's her birthday, so we want to put happy birthday. You might type, peradventure you don't have the fonts that you want to use this kind of happy birthday. Peradventure you don't have the fonts to use. So at this point in time, what you just have to do is maybe you go online to any PNG page, download it, but I'm going to attach it in the page link. So I'm going to attach this for your tutorial. So all right, so here we are going to do something, but please remember to subscribe to our channel. Kindly like, share, comments, and also watch other videos so you'll be able to get update from us. But don't forget to subscribe to our channel. All right, so now I don't want to use it with this blue. So what I will do now is, first I want to duplicate this and keep it somewhere. So now there's different ways, different persons do it different way. So but when you click on it, you come to trace bitmap, you come to outline, and you come to clip art. So when you click on it, you allow it to load. You watch here, it's going to give you some time to load. So you just be patient a bit and it's going to do whatsoever we want for us. So at this point, after this has finished, you have seen the difference here. So I will do say delete original and okay it. Now let's see what happened. So you now see that the original is no more here, and with this one you can change the color how you want it how you want to change it. But there is something I want to do first. So you see all these whites here that I don't really need them. So what I will do at this point is I will come here and ungroup the objects. So I will now come here and be removing what I don't like. So like you see this outline for the happy birthday, I don't like it, so I drag it out, I delete it. I also want to remove other things, so this might take a little bit of your time, but you just have to do it to get what you want. So I want to remove all this. So you just be patient, click on each of them. Sometimes it might not do it the way you want, but always be patient to take it bit by bit. So let's keep doing this. Okay, so you now have this. So now I'm going to change this to white. Going to change it to white. So you know I have ungrouped it, that's why you are seeing it part by part. So let's just keep changing what we want to the color we want. I was supposed to group it again and do the color changing, but I just want you to know that when you ungroup, certain changes happens. So but if you highlight all of them and change the color to white, it will save you a lot of time. So at this point I will group it back by pressing Ctrl G. When you highlight them or you press Ctrl G, it highlights it all. So I will take it here and reduce it a bit. All right, so I'll delete this off because I'm done with it. So other things I'm going to add to this design is the write-up, her name, her portfolio, the date of birth and all that. So I'll come to text tool and let's say she was born on the 5th of May. So she was born on the 5th of May. And her name is Regina Eju. And all right, for now, so I want to break these two apart. So I will press Ctrl K to break them. So I'll bring this down here and change the fonts. Let's check for certain fonts. Okay, let me say I want to use this. So I will expand it a bit. Okay. So I'll change it to yellow color and I'll take it a bit down. So I'll also change this to or better still, I can leave it here. I just make it bold and I take it this way and reduce it, the font. So I'm going to let's see, 18, no, 16, 14, 12 is okay. So I'll still use yellow. All right, so I want to add other things like her portfolio. So I will copy this down. So what I just did here is I click and drag, and before I leave it, I right click, it duplicates it. Or you can press copy and paste, it will still give you the same thing. So let's say her portfolio, she is the head of welfare. sorry, TSCN Northern Field. She's also head of departments. Sorry, Ogoja Zonal Media. All right, we are going to use that too. So we'll change this one to white and we'll align it to the name. All right, so this is what we've got so far. So I think basically this is what we have. So maybe if I want to add anything more, I would like to add our logo anywhere in this frame, but let's see what we can. So all right, let's do something in the name here. So I want it's having this yellow here. It makes it sharp, yes, bright, but there is something we need to do so that it will stand out a bit. We'll go to this shadow tool on our toolbox. So we'll click on it and I'll click here and drag. So all right, so I will change this to let's try 9. Okay, let's use 11. All right, so I'll take this to 77. Okay, there. So you now see the differences. So what I want to do now is to add our logo. So I will just import our logo where it is. I will go to the USB drive. All right, I will import logo down here. So what I'll do now is I just want to put make it look the way I want. So I'll bring our name here, UKMAF Technologies Limited. Okay, I'll just make it bold and reduce it a bit. Okay, so I'm trying to align it so that it's matched with what I want to do. So I'll leave it with black. That's not an issue. So I'll just leave it there. It's just a sign of our signature. I'll just leave it there. So now let's view it and see what we've gotten so far. So this is the simple birthday design we've got. So thank you for staying tuned and thank you for listening and watching our tutorial. Kindly remember that you do us a favor by subscribing to our channel if this tutorial has helped you. Thanks.